Have you ever been in a conversation, and before you could answer, your brain was busy translating every word from your language into English? You probably started thinking, okay, I want to say this in English, but first let me think in my native language, then find the right words, then say it. And by the time you were ready, the moment had passed. The conversation moved on. You felt too slow, or maybe even embarrassed. That happens to a lot of people who are learning English. You understand the words. You know some grammar. But something feels stuck. Your brain is still thinking in your language, and that's okay. It's a normal part of the process. But if you want to speak English naturally, confidently, and without that long pause, you need to start thinking in English. Today, we're going to work on exactly that. I'm going to guide you slowly and gently, step by step, and we'll practice thinking in English together. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know every word. You just need to start building the habit of keeping your thoughts in English. Over time, this makes your speaking faster, more natural, and much more confident. You will stop relying on translation. You will stop hesitating. And you will start speaking the way you've always wanted to. Let's start with something simple. Right now, just look around you. Think of 3 things you can see. Don't say them in your language, say them in English. For example, a chair, a window, a plant. Now you try. Say it out loud. What 3 things can you see right now? Very good. This is the beginning of thinking in English. You're training your mind to use English first. You're not translating. You're observing and naming. And that's powerful. Let's do another one. Think of something you're doing right now. You might say, I'm listening to English. Or I'm sitting in my room. Or I'm drinking tea. Say it out loud. What are you doing right now? I'll wait. Good. Keep going. These are your real thoughts. They're simple. They're real. And they are now in English. Now let's think about how you feel. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Say it in English. You might say, I feel calm. Or I feel tired. Or I'm curious. Or I'm excited to learn. Speak the truth. Just let the words come out, even if they're not perfect. The goal is not perfection, it's connection. Connection with your own mind, in English. This is what native speakers do. They don't think about grammar rules every time they speak. They just talk. Because the language is already in their thoughts. You can do that too. You just need to practice, gently and consistently, every day. Start small. Just a few moments each day. When you wake up, instead of thinking, what should I do today, in your language, think it in English. Say, what do I have to do today? Or, I need to take a shower. Then I'll have breakfast. These are normal daily thoughts. And every one of them is a chance to practice. Now I want you to close your eyes for a second, unless you're walking or doing something active. If you can, just pause and breathe. Think about your morning. What did you do? Say it in English. Did you wake up early? Did you brush your teeth? Did you check your phone? Did you eat anything? Walk through your morning, step by step, in English. I woke up. I checked my phone. I brushed my teeth. I made some tea. I looked out the window. Try it. I'll wait. Good, that was your first storytelling moment. A story about your own life, told in English. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just real. That's what helps you improve. Real moments. Real words. Spoken often. Now let's imagine something. I want you to pretend you're in a cafe. You're sitting by the window. There's soft music playing. You're holding a cup of coffee. Someone walks in. You don't know them, but they smile at you and sit down at the next table. What do you think? What would you say? Try to imagine the moment. Maybe you say, "It's a nice day." Or, "I love the smell of coffee." Or even, "I wonder what they're reading." These are the kinds of small thoughts that we all have. You can practice these thoughts in English. Everywhere, anytime. And they're great for building fluency. Now let's bring in some conversation practice. I'm going to ask you some simple questions, and I want you to answer them out loud, as if we're speaking right now. I'll leave space for you to speak, so you can answer freely. Are you ready? What's your name? Where are you right now? What are you doing today? What's one thing you enjoy doing? What did you eat last? What are you thinking about right now? Take your time. Speak slowly and clearly. Don't worry about mistakes. Just say what comes to your mind. You're doing amazing. Let's go a little deeper. Imagine someone asks you, "Tell me about your day." What would you say? Let's try together. Say something like, "Well, I woke up around 7. I took a shower. Then I had some breakfast. I checked my messages and now I'm learning English." Now continue the story with me. What else did you do? What will you do next? What do you want to do later? Speak it aloud. Even if you're not sure, just try. Now think about your surroundings. Where are you? What do you see? Describe it in English. For example, I'm sitting on a chair. There's a desk in front of me. My phone is next to my hand. I can hear the fan. You don't need fancy words. You just need attention. Look around and describe. You are building your English brain, sentence by sentence. Let's talk about feelings. Emotions. Thoughts. These are harder sometimes, but also more meaningful. How are you feeling today? Are you relaxed? Are you worried? Are you hopeful? Just say it. Say, "Today, I feel," and fill in the blank. I'll say a few and you can choose what fits. I feel calm. I feel sleepy. I feel strong. I feel lonely. I feel focused. Pick one. Then add why. Say, "I feel calm because it's quiet here." Or, "I feel focused because I'm learning." These are true, human, emotional expressions. And they belong in your English too. Let's keep going. Now imagine someone asks you, "What do you like doing in your free time?" What's your answer? Say it now. I like reading. I like watching movies. I like going for walks. I like cooking. I like listening to music. I like talking to my friends. Whatever you like, say it in English. Now tell me why. Say, "I like listening to music because it relaxes me." Or, "I like reading because it takes me to another world." This kind of speaking helps your brain stay in English. No need for translation. Now, Let's practice short thinking bursts. You'll hear a phrase, and I want you to complete it. Ready? I want to. I need to. I hope I can. I feel. I am going to. I don't like. I usually. Now go back and speak each one aloud, using your own words. Make them yours. Don't be shy. This is just between you and your voice. You're doing beautifully. And one last exercise before we pause. We'll practice speaking with rhythm. I'll say a short sentence. You repeat it with me, clearly and slowly. Ready? I am learning English. I want to speak clearly. I think in English now. I use simple words. I enjoy practicing. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to speak. Wonderful. You're making progress. You're building the habit. Right now, your brain is beginning to form new patterns. You're choosing English more often. You're using it not just for studying, but for thinking, for feeling, for being. That's what fluency really is. It's not about knowing everything. It's about using what you know, every day, in small ways, until it becomes part of you. And you're already doing it. Let's keep going. You've already started to train your mind to notice the world around you and describe it in English. Now we'll take a step further. Let's try to think in small paragraphs. Not just one sentence, but 2 or 3 together. You can do this. Imagine someone asks you, "Can you tell me about your neighborhood?" Instead of just saying, "It's nice," you can say, "My neighborhood is quiet. There's a small park nearby. I go for a walk there almost every evening." That's already a beautiful short story. And you didn't translate, you just thought in English, and let it come out. Now let's practice that together. I'll give you a topic, and you think and speak aloud. Describe your bedroom. Just look around and say what you see. You might say, "My bed is next to the window. I have a small lamp on the table. The walls are light blue. It's a peaceful space." Now you try. Take your time. Just speak. You can even close your eyes and imagine the words forming in English. Good. Now describe the room you're in right now. What color are the walls? What's on the floor? Is it quiet? Warm? Messy? Just say what's true. Here's another. Tell me about your favorite place to relax. It could be your home, your balcony, a park, or even a cafe. Say something like, "There's a small cafe near my house. It's quiet and cozy. I like to sit there with a coffee and read a book." Try to add details that help create a picture in the listener's mind. These moments build your ability to tell stories in English, not long, difficult stories, but simple ones from your life. That's how real fluency grows. Let's go deeper. Think about what you usually do in the morning. Say it all in English, from when you wake up to when you start your day. Start like this: "I usually wake up around 7. I brush my teeth, then I make a cup of tea. I sit quietly for a few minutes before I start work." Try to keep going. What do you do next? Maybe you check your phone. Maybe you go outside. Maybe you stretch or take a shower. Just speak. Don't plan. Let your thoughts flow in English. And now, think about yesterday. Walk me through it. Say, "Yesterday, I went to work. It was a little busy. I had lunch with a friend. In the evening, I watched a movie. Or whatever you really did. Use past tense slowly and simply. Talk to me like I'm sitting beside you, just listening with interest. That's one of the most powerful ways to improve. Talk about real things. Your real day. Your real feelings. Your real surroundings. No grammar book or exercise can replace the practice of speaking honestly, even if it's just to yourself. Now let's imagine a small conversation. Someone asks you, "How was your weekend?" How would you respond? Maybe say, "It was good. I went shopping on Saturday. On Sunday, I just relaxed at home." Or it was okay. I was tired, so I slept a lot and watched some TV. Just a few natural sentences. Add one more. What else did you do? Speak it now. Take your time. What about plans? Let's think ahead. What are your plans for this week? You can say, "This week, I want to finish a project. I also plan to meet a friend. I hope I can go for a walk if the weather is nice." You don't need to say anything fancy. Just keep it clear and real. Now a short game. I'll say an idea, and you speak about it for 20 seconds. Just keep talking. Ready? Talk about your favorite food. Talk about your favorite movie. Talk about a place you want to visit. Talk about your best friend. Talk about something that made you smile recently. You can even do this every day. Pick a topic. Set a timer. And talk about it in English. It's okay if you make mistakes. The goal is to practice thinking in full thoughts, not just vocabulary lists. Language is not about remembering words. It's about using them. Let's do something calming now. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're in a peaceful place. Maybe you're sitting in nature. You feel a light breeze. You can hear birds. It's quiet and safe. Now describe this moment. Say, "I'm sitting under a tree. The sun is warm on my face. I can hear the wind in the leaves." Or "I'm lying on soft grass. Everything feels peaceful." These are slow, clear English thoughts. You're not rushing. You're not translating. You're just letting English rise to the surface. You can do the same thing with imagination. Let's say you're planning a dream vacation. Where do you go? What's the weather like? What do you see around you? Say, "I want to visit Japan. I want to walk through the streets at night and eat local food." Or "My dream is to sit on a beach in Greece and watch the sunset." Now it's your turn. Where do you want to go? Say it in English. Describe it to me. Take your time. Let's return to daily thinking now. It's afternoon. You're hungry. What would you say to yourself in English? Maybe, "I think I'll make a sandwich," or "I feel like eating something sweet," or "Do I have any snacks?" Try saying these normal, everyday thoughts out loud. Not for a test, not for a lesson, just because they're real thoughts in your life. This is how your English becomes natural, not through pressure, but through presence. By gently letting English into your thoughts throughout your day, you become more comfortable, less stuck, more fluid. You stop needing to translate every little word. Your brain begins to think in English automatically, because you've made it a habit. Let's finish with some rhythm practice again. I'll say short, natural sentences. You repeat them with me. I wake up and stretch. I drink a glass of water. I check my messages. I write in my notebook. I go outside for a walk. I feel calm today. I enjoy quiet mornings. I like learning at my own pace. I speak slowly and clearly. I'm getting better every day. Now say them one more time, but this time, imagine they're your real thoughts. Make them true. Feel the words as you say them. Take a slow breath. You're learning. You're improving. And most importantly, you're showing up. That's the secret. Keep showing up. Speak a little every day. Think in English as you move through the world. Describe the sky. Describe your steps. Think about how you feel. Use your voice even when you're alone. You don't need permission to speak English. You don't need perfection. You just need consistency. You are creating a new space in your mind where English can live comfortably, peacefully, naturally. That space will grow each day, and with it, your confidence. Let's keep going together. Sometimes, you don't have time to prepare. You're walking down the street and someone asks you for directions. Or you're in a shop and the cashier asks you something you weren't expecting. These moments can feel difficult when you're learning English. You might feel surprised or even freeze for a second. That's normal. But with a little practice, you can learn how to stay calm and respond clearly, even in spontaneous situations. You don't need to be fast. You just need to be ready. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. Let's start with short, natural responses you can use in everyday life. Imagine you're at a shop. The cashier says, "Would you like a bag?" You don't need to panic. Just take a breath and say, "Yes, please," or "No, thank you." Simple. If they say, "Do you need a receipt?" you say, "Yes, I'd like one," or "No, I'm good, thank you." These are fast and simple exchanges. And they happen all the time. Let's practice them together. I'll say the situation, and you say your response aloud. Would you like a bag? Your answer. Yes, please. Or no, thank you. Do you need a receipt? Your answer. Yes, I'd like one. Or no, I'm okay. Can I help you with anything? Your answer. I'm just looking, thank you. Or yes, I'm looking for a t-shirt. Perfect. You're already building speed and confidence. Now let's imagine someone speaks to you on the street. Maybe they ask, "Excuse me, do you know where the library is?" You don't need a long sentence. You can say, "Yes, it's 2 blocks that way," or "Sorry, I'm not sure." It's okay to not know. Just speak politely and clearly. Try these responses with me. Excuse me, where's the bus stop? Say, "It's over there, near the corner." Or "I'm sorry, I don't know. Can you help me?" Say, "Sure, what do you need?" Or "I'll try." Now imagine someone at a party or a social gathering introduces themselves. They say, "Hi, I'm Alex." You can respond with, "Hi, I'm your name, nice to meet you." Then, if you want to keep the conversation going, ask a question. You could say, "So, what do you do, or how do you know the host?" These questions keep things light and friendly. You don't need to prepare anything big. Just listen, smile, and ask something small. Let's go through a sample exchange. I'll say both sides first, and then you'll repeat. Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you, I'm Mark. So, what do you do, Mark? I work in IT. Oh, that's interesting. Do you like it? Yeah, it's pretty fun. How about you? I'm learning English and doing freelance writing. That's cool. Now you try. I'll leave space after each line. Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you, I'm Mark. So, what do you do, Mark? Oh, that's interesting. Do you like it? That's cool. See? It's friendly. Simple. A few clear phrases, and you're part of the conversation. Let's try a different kind of situation. Imagine you're at the doctor's office. The receptionist says, "Do you have an appointment?" You can say, "Yes, I have an appointment at 10, or "No, I'd like to make one." If they say, "Can I have your name, please?" you answer with, "Yes, it's your name." These are very short phrases, but they make a big difference. Being ready with simple, polite English helps you feel more in control. Repeat after me. Do you have an appointment? Yes, I have one at 10. No, I'd like to make one. Can I have your name, please? Yes, it's Maria Lopez. Please have a seat. Thank you. Now let's imagine something more casual. You're in a coffee shop, and someone sitting nearby says, "Is this seat taken?" You can reply, "No, go ahead," or "Yes, someone's sitting there." Maybe they ask, "What are you reading?" You can say, "It's a mystery novel," or "Just a magazine." You don't have to say much. Just be friendly, relaxed, and real. Let's practice quick responses. Is this seat taken? Say, "No, go ahead." Or "Yes, sorry." What are you reading? Say, "It's a book about history." Or "Just scrolling on my phone." Do you come here often? Say, "Yeah, I like the coffee here." Or "Not really, just stopped by." Now let's practice a short casual conversation. I'll go first, then leave space for you to reply. Hey, is this seat taken? Thanks. What are you drinking? Nice. I haven't tried that one. Cool. I'm Mark, by the way. Nice to meet you. So, are you from around here? Great job. Even if it feels awkward at first, the more you say it, the more natural it becomes. Let's move to another kind of situation when someone gives you a compliment. Many learners don't know what to say. If someone says, "I like your jacket," just smile and say, "Thank you." Or "Thanks, that's very kind." You don't need to explain anything. Just accept the compliment. Try it now. I like your shoes. Say, "Thank you," or "Thanks, I got them recently." You speak English well. Say, "Thank you, I'm still learning." Or "Thanks, I'm trying my best." That's a nice photo. Say, "Thanks, I took it last summer." You can also give compliments. Say, "I like your smile," or "That's a cool watch," or "You did a great job." Compliments create connection. They make people feel seen. Practice giving and receiving compliments in English. It helps with fluency and with kindness. Let's go even further. Imagine someone asks you a question you weren't ready for. That happens all the time. What do you do? First, don't panic. It's okay to ask them to repeat. You can say, "Sorry, can you say that again?" or "I didn't catch that." If you didn't understand a word, ask, "What does that mean?" These phrases give you space. They show you're listening and that you care. Practice with me. Sorry, can you say that again? I didn't catch that. Could you repeat that slowly? What does that word mean? Use them often. Even native speakers use them all the time. Let's say someone says something too quickly. You just smile and say, "Sorry, could you speak a little slower?" Or "I didn't understand that." Can you explain it another way? There is no shame in asking. In fact, it shows you're serious about learning. Here's a little moment to practice. I'll say a sentence fast. Then you respond naturally. Hey, do you want to grab a bite after class? Maybe you said, sorry, can you say that again? Or I'm not sure I understood. Let's do another. He's gonna be out till 5, then we'll head over. Now say, sorry, what do you mean by head over? That's perfect. You're getting comfortable with real, spoken English. We'll finish this practice with a simple but powerful idea. When in doubt, just breathe and answer with what you know. If you forget a word, say it simply. If you don't know the exact expression, describe it. For example, if you forget the word headphones, just say the thing you wear on your ears to listen to music. The listener will understand. This is real communication, using what you have, without freezing. Always remember, communication is not about being perfect. It's about connecting. And you're learning to do that every day with more ease and joy. Let's keep going. You're doing great. When English becomes a quiet part of your thoughts, it starts to feel less like something you're studying and more like something you live with. You begin to hear it in your own voice, not just when you speak to others, but when you speak to yourself. That's the place we're slowly reaching together. It's not about knowing every word, or speaking fast, or having a perfect accent. It's about comfort. A steady voice inside you that says, I can say what I need. I can express what I feel. I don't need to rush. I just need to show up. Let's begin today with something gentle. I want you to think about someone who matters to you. A friend. A parent. A sibling. Someone who makes you feel safe. Now think, how would you describe that person in English? You could say, she's always kind to me. Or he listens when I'm upset. Or I feel calm when I talk to them. Just say what's true, using soft, natural English. Try a few sentences now. I'll give you space. Describe someone you care about. Good. Those are powerful thoughts. Not just for language, but for life. When we speak about people we care about, our language becomes real. Let's keep going. Now think about a memory that makes you smile. Something simple. Maybe a walk on a quiet street. A meal you really enjoyed. A laugh with a friend. You can say, last year, we went to the lake. The air was fresh. I felt so peaceful there. Or my best memory is from last summer. I had dinner with my family. We sat outside and watched the sky turn pink. These are soft English stories. And you can tell them slowly, clearly, gently. Say your memory out loud now. Just a few lines. Let it flow. Let's try something different. I'll ask you a question, and I want you to answer it slowly, as if we're having tea together. Ready? What do you want more of in your life? Maybe you say, I want more time to relax. Or I want more peace in my mind. Or I want more confidence when I speak. Say it softly. Let it be yours. There's no rush. Speak honestly. Here's another question. What's something that scares you about speaking English? You can say, I'm scared of making mistakes. Or I'm afraid I'll freeze and not know what to say. Or I worry that people won't understand me. That's okay. Say it out loud. Let the fear leave your mouth. That's how we move past it. Now take a deep breath. And I want you to tell me, what's one thing you're proud of? You can say, I'm proud that I didn't give up. Or I'm proud that I try every day. or I'm proud that I've come this far. Say it. Feel it. Believe it. You've done more than most people ever will. You showed up for yourself. That matters. Let's come back to daily thinking. Imagine it's morning. You open your eyes. You say to yourself, it's a new day. Then you add, I want to enjoy today. Then maybe, let's start with some breakfast. Just 3 simple English thoughts. Try them now. What do you usually say to yourself in the morning? Say it in English. Later, maybe you're walking to work. You're thinking, it's a little cold today. Or I forgot my umbrella. Or I'm going to get a coffee before I start. These are thoughts that pass through your mind. You don't need to force them. You just invite them into English. One at a time. Now it's evening. You're home. You sit down. You breathe. You say to yourself, today was busy. Or I'm glad it's quiet now. Or I want to read before I sleep. Let English be your inner language, not just your outer one. You're not preparing a speech. You're just speaking to yourself with kindness. Let's practice building longer thoughts now. I'll say a sentence, and you will continue it. I'll leave space for you to speak. Today I felt. Because. And I think that means. So tomorrow I want to. Let's try another set. This week has been. One moment that stood out was. It made me feel. Next time, I want to. These longer moments help you speak more like you think. They don't have to be complex. Just honest. Now let's go through a day in slow English together. Just speak along with me. I wake up early. The room is still dark. I sit up slowly and stretch my arms. I go to the kitchen and make tea. The cup feels warm in my hands. I take a few slow sips. Then I get ready. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I check my messages. I pick out my clothes. I take a deep breath. Today, I want to be calm. Then I go out. The air is fresh. I hear the birds. I walk to the bus stop. I see a few people standing quietly. I listen to music. I watch the street pass by. I think about what I have to do. I say to myself, one thing at a time. Later, I meet a friend. We sit at a small cafe. We talk about life. I laugh at something they say. I feel light again. I say, it's good to talk. And when I return home, I sit by the window. I rest. I let the day slow down. I whisper to myself, you did your best. That's enough. And then, I prepare for sleep. Now it's your turn. Try to tell a full day like that in your own words. Speak slowly. Describe your actions. Describe the sounds, the smells, the light, the feelings. You don't need complex grammar. You need presence. Let's now talk about thoughts and emotions that come in waves. You may feel nervous before a meeting. Just say, I feel nervous, but I will try. That one sentence is enough. Maybe you feel lonely. Say, I feel alone today, but I know it will pass. Or I miss my family today. These sentences help your emotions flow without translation. They live in English now. And they help you understand yourself. Repeat after me. I'm learning to express myself. I don't need to be fast. I just need to be honest. Even my small words matter. My voice matters. I'm growing every day. Let's now go through a little mantra together. Speak it with me, gently, like you're whispering it to your future self. I think in English. I speak in English. I live in English. I don't wait to be perfect. I speak to connect. I listen to understand. I make mistakes, and I keep going. I am calm. I am clear. I am enough. Let those words settle into your rhythm. You are not rushing anymore. You are not afraid of forgetting words. You are not stuck in your old patterns. You are practicing a new way of being. One that speaks gently, thinks slowly, and connects deeply. Remember, you can do this every day. At home, on the bus, in the mirror, while walking, while cooking. You can think in English without pressure. Just describe what you see. Name what you feel. Talk about your day. And if you don't know the word, that's okay. Say it simply. Say it softly. Or leave space. The words will come. You are no longer just a student of English. You are someone who lives with English, gently, steadily, beautifully. And that's what makes you a speaker. Thank you for being here. Keep speaking. Keep noticing. Keep thinking in English. You're doing more than you realize.